hell is going on? I gave me a foghorn. How is everybody? Ladies, gentlemen, nerds, geeks, sci-fi lovers, people who like to press flowers. Good morning. It's the middle of the week. What the hell's going on? Rhino / Mother Fig, Calypsia. How is everybody? I'm trying something new. Need some music on in the background. Never prepared. Never prepared. The last couple of days I've been staying up to get the ninja ready for school. And Mrs. Crouch rang me yesterday while I was at work and said, Charlotte wants you to drop her to school. She said it's better when you get her up in the morning. So we're trying something new. We'll see how we go moving forward. But I'm thinking, on the days when I have these 7:30 to 3:30 shifts, normally get home sort of around just after 4 or so. And so I thought we'll put on a short live stream. Yesterday I hung out in Discord. Potato popped past and hung out with me for a little bit while I was messing about in my hangar, decorating the place, and I'm a bit disappointed it's no longer possible to get the big fish tank out. You can't. There's a lot of things that apparently are too big to fit on the freight elevator, maximum capacity, which is a little strange, because I liked that fish tank. Nice hat, thank you, Calypsia. It's Ghetto Crouch. I know, it's full designer. Honestly, stream more in the middle of the week. I like it. So here's the plan moving forward. So on the days when I work 7:30 to 3:30, I'll come home, I'll combobulate myself or recombobulate myself, and we'll stream for a couple of hours. It's freezing cold here right now. I don't know what temperature it is, but it's got to be 1 degree, feel like minus 400. Have a short stream. I'll drop the ninja to bed. I'll drop the ninja to school. I'll go to bed, get up in the evening, go to work. And then on the evenings or on the nights when I have, when I'm working 9 to 5, I'll come back, go to sleep. I'll wake up and pick the ninja up, and then I'll stream in the afternoon, my time. We're going to see how we go. I want to try and get more streams in. A, because I really enjoy it. B, because I'm just trying to chill things out right now. Just focus on my work, focus on relaxing, instead of all these crazy harebrained ideas that I come up with. And so we're gonna try that out. This week's not really going to be a test of that because I'm flying to the UK on Saturday. And then I will be back sort of early June. And then after that, is it because I call you Mr. One Times? I'm Mr. One Times. Hashtag 1SPSS. Hashtag 1SPSS. One stream per sub-cycle. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a Tim Tam here. It is a biscuit of heavenly goodness. And the ninja has been kind enough to leave me 2 Tim Tams. We all know that the Tim Tam is 2 chocolate biscuits with a little bit of chocolate in the middle, and it's all wrapped up in chocolate. We're going to use this biscuit like a straw. You know how we go. You know how we do it. We've all done it millions of times. With our biscuit appropriately prepared, we can now use this biscuit to slip up our favourite hot drink and melt the chocolate, melt the biscuit. It's going to be entirely delicious. Put it in your mouth. Can I cancel my subscription just so I can get an ad break? You can't go, I don't know, possibly. This is your ad break. Tim Tams by Arnott's. The Tim Tam Slam brought to you by Crouch. It happens once every sub-cycle. One Tim Tam per sub-cycle. Alright. So the plan, ladies and gentlemen, we are chilling out in the headquarters, in the meeting room. And the plan is to jump aboard the constellation Andromeda. Now I have sorted out my fleet. I did end up. I kept the Perseus because for the Perseus I get the Polaris as a loaner, which mount.
/2 gifted a subscription. Welcome to the After Dark Slam Squad Calypso 6978. Enjoy the Pentams. /2 gifted a tier 1 sub to Calypso 6978. They have given 24 gift subs in the channel.
24 gift subs. / you beautiful human. You beautiful human. I forgot what I was talking about. Yes, the fleet. I have sorted out the fleet. Picked up the Tycoon and the Exploration packs because I don't think I'm going to get a chance to try for the Kraken. So I kept the Perseus because I get the Polaris as a loaner. This is the CCI meeting room, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. This is where we can chill out and brief and debrief. Release the Kraken! Yeah, I would very much like a Kraken, but I don't think it's going to happen. Quickly, let's go to the hospital over here real quick. We'll just heal ourselves up before we head out on our adventures. I put a nurser in here and then claimed it, and then this one is still here. Every now and then I get trespassing warnings. Oh, looks like we're in prime health. You call your Kraken Phil, do you, Rhino? Phil McCracken? Excuse me. Alright, so I've got to kit this little area out in here. I did try to put a couple of what are the little bikes called? It's right on the tip of my tongue. The Pulse, yeah. I did try to put some pot plants in here and a couple of Pulse, but as soon as you bring a vehicle past this white line, it impounds it and gives you a crime stat 1. But I thought it would be cool to put like a couple of bikes in here. But that's not possible. So I'm thinking in this little space over here. Ramoyne, how are you? Blue Saber, welcome. Midweek stream. It's out of control. So I was thinking in this little space in here, I might put a couple of extra chairs in here. There needs to be more pot plants, man. Needs to be more pot plants. And I think I'll put like a little STV in here and a couple of bikes, little sitting area table. Calypso, you can tractor them in there, but then they start glitching around and then it impounds it and they fine you. So, yeah. Ramoyne, how am I this spring evening? I'm cold, man. Well, not cold at the moment, but it's been a cold evening. But I'm lovely. back home, we're trying something new here. Early morning stream for a couple of hours. I put a couple of couches here, right? Some of these low-end couches, which acts quite nicely as a set of stairs to go up, like the little lip that's here, because otherwise you've got to use the stairs around the side here to get into these little sunken areas. And this little area I've set up as like a little locker room. I've moved everything around, so I had, who knows what's in these anymore. Set this up like a little locker room. I've got to finish setting up more lockers over there. It's freaking roasting in the UK, is it, Rhino? Got a bunch of couches. Alright. I've been messing around in my hangar. Picked up a little bit more hangar flare. Got some more posters. Another pot plant. I picked up the Wicklow Emporium thing. Actually, I'm keen to have a look at that before we go out on our adventures. So yes, a bit of Gilly mission, a little bit of Navy pilot training. I've done the first introductory run. I've done the first one. Now we're on to the second one. Alright, so from our other category, let's get another sand nomad plant pot. We'll get this vase, we'll get the Wicklow Emporium bust. And I don't know about these stools. Anything that's got a really low base just falls over and becomes super annoying. What's with the bright light in the freight elevator? I don't know, ma'am. I don't know. It's early morning down under, isn't it? And you are day ahead, and it's autumn there right now. It is indeed autumn. It is 5 a.m. We're going to be trying a new format moving forward. Crappy. Streaming after work. On the weeks where I'm rostered 7:30 to 3:30. Did anything come up on the elevator just then? Yeah, I don't know what they've done with the ambience or the lighting in here, but they've obviously done something a little weird. Yeah, on the days when I'm working 7:30 to 3:30, I'm going to come back home, settle in, do a short stream, drop my daughter to school, and then I'll go to bed. And on the weeks where I'm rostered 9 to 5, we'll do the opposite. I'll come home, go straight to bed, wake up in the afternoon, pick my daughter up from school, and then do a short stream. So either streaming after work or before work. And we'll see how we go. Hopefully we can get a couple more streams in during the week. I want that vase and I want the Wicklow bust. Let's check these out. See, I can't put these, you know, the big holographic banners. Elevator overloaded. Your current selection exceeds the elevator capacity. And even the fish tank, which is, I'd love to get the fish tank back out. Can't get the fish tank. Exceeds the elevator capacity, which is a bit disappointing. It's 8 p.m. in the UK. Yeah, so we're going to be hitting up a couple of different time zones, which will be nice. It's Tuesday there, is it, Ramoyne? Yes, it's Wednesday morning here. Wednesday morning. So we'll oh man, this thing is huge! That's amazing. Oh, they've... Ah, crap. Well, there goes the plant. That's disappointing. That's disappointing. More hanger flare. More plants. That Wickaloo bust is ginormous. Oh well, we've lost one of the plants. Never to be seen again. A cheat. One day closer to the weekend. So I might put this Wicklow Emporium bust in this little, alcove number 6. And it would have been nice to have that plant in here as well. And then I'll get some... I wish that we could get rugs and stuff. I guess when we get around to having our own habs and stuff, we'll get all that sort of stuff. Wicklow Emporium. Put a table in there with some bits and pieces. Stick a couple of bikes in there. I'll never be able to see again until next patch. Yeah, hopefully they fix that up pretty quickly. It's a bit obnoxious. I was having a huge amount of fun yesterday. Potato came and hung out in Discord. I'm also going to be hanging out more in Discord. So keep an eye on their Discord. If you see me in there, come and say howdy. Now this bloody vase is going to be a nightmare. If anyone goes near that, it's just going to get knocked straight over. Oh, nice. I have noticed in this patch, actually, last time I spent time decorating my hangar, every time you bumped into something, things would go flying. But you can see now that things are... Once it's on the ground, it doesn't... Even with things like the chairs. These freaking stupid chairs. Beforehand, these chairs, as soon as you stood them up, if anyone crashed into these stairs or you bumped into it, they'd all go flying everywhere. I mean, if you hit something else with something that's been tractor beamed, things go flying. So you got to be a little bit careful. But once these chairs are actually on the ground, they don't go anywhere. They don't go anywhere anymore. Same with tables, so that you can actually put things around the place now, and you know, they don't go flying everywhere. Is it still an issue putting stuff on tables? Yes. As soon as you put stuff on tables, everything starts going crazy. Especially when you get close. Which is a bit... you can see everything's fallen off the table. Which is a little disappointing. Like the table that's over here in the corner is okay. Well, everything's fallen over, but you know, when you get next to it, things start getting crazy. So hopefully at some stage, you know, that gets sorted out. A bit wibbly wobbly. Yeah, exactly. Right, so the plan. Having a look at these contracts, right? Now, I have done the combat gauntlet scenario number 1 already. Need to do scenario number 2. Apparently, there's 8 of them. Oh, boy! At the end of it, the capital ship encounter, I think you need to fight a Polaris or something. So I thought, whilst we've got a couple of hours this morning before I drop the ninja to school, I'll jump on and see if I can bust through some of these. You haven't played any of these yet, Calypsia? If anyone wants to join, by the way, I might jump into Discord. Might jump into Discord. And if anyone wants to come and join me, maybe bring their own fighter or jump in a turret, you'd be very welcome. I'll go jump in there. Right. No, says Slash. Calypso would love to, but the ping might be a little bit too high on the Aussie servers. Yeah, I've noticed that the ping's not a huge issue in this game because it's already incredibly glitchy. You know, I never have any issues when I'm playing on, like, EU servers or US servers or... because the game's not optimized at all anyway. The good old Constellation Andromeda. So I thought I'd take this big gunboat out, right? Because it's got some reasonable shields. It's got those 4 size 5 weapons. So I guess we'll see how we go. Let's life support is off. I don't think we need coolers. Which gives us a few extra pips to play with. Slash, you don't even have the Space Life Simulator installed at the moment. What's going on? You know who we don't have on board right now, and is going to be next to useless anyway. Let's get a good old voice attack in, hey? Alright. Scenario number 2. Hey, mercenary. Combat Gauntlet, scenario number 2. Congrats on completing part 1 of this 8-part course. Scenario 2 will focus on how to deal with multiple targets at the same time. The goal here is to give you a better handle on how to balance offense and defense. Whenever you're set, grab a combat ship and head to a Hurston weapons testing site above Magda to begin. As a bonus, successful completion of the scenario will net the original contract holder an award of 3 Mercenary Guild scrip. Tricks of the trade. Pick your fight. For situations where you're coming up against multiple targets of equal threat, your best strategy is to focus on neutralizing one target at a time to gradually reduce the amount of incoming fire. Need to relocate everything over to your sim rig. Oh man, got to get some pictures of this sim rig, man. Pop it up on the old Discordy. You're so out of the loop that you don't even know what scrip is or does. So scrip is a new form of currency, physical currency. They're like little blocks of Beskar, right? They're quite big. And they can be traded to Wicklow for favours. And then you can trade Wicklow, you can cash in your favours that you've earned from everyone's favourite cousin Wicklow for the stuff that Wicklow makes, right? You know, guns, armour, ships. Who's Wicklow? Wickellow's everyone's favourite Banu. So right now we had that Wickellow's Emporium thing that I was dragging around. So Wicklow missions now under collection. You can collect all different sorts of stuff and take it over to Wicklow, and Wicklow he gives you things. It's quite cool. So if we bring him 1 Wicklow favour, 1 Ace Interceptor helmet, which we get by doing the new combat missions, and 15 juvenile Valakar fangs, they're the baby sandworms. If we bring him these things, what do we get? You in hot desert doing things? Need to be sneaky? Don't want seen? Understand. Wicklow give you armor that make you sneaky in sand. Bring things to Wicklow Emporium in the Kinga station, and I will make easy. So we can bring him stuff and he makes stuff. Guns, armor, ships. You can get a Polaris through Wicklow. And it's from my screen, let's be honest, you're a bit of daft and does things funny ways, so it does not give that much context. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Oh, look, he's very hungry. He's very hungry. We can bring him a snaggle stick of the Smoke Daddy variety and a Get Up coffee with milk. And he'll give us something. Normally it's some piece of clothing or a hat or something like that. Very appreciate your help. We'll give thing in return. Alright, so I think I accepted a contract. Let's go. You looked at the requirements, Calypsia, to get a Polaris. That's a lot of crazy stuff. Yeah, it's, you know, you need to, for a lot of the Wicklow stuff, you really need to be in a group of people. A lot of it has to do with Hathor locations and opening up the big cave to mine all of the rare, you know, cave or laser cave sort of stuff. You like this midweek roasting of Crouch, do you, Slash? Me too. I do too. You know, these will only be short streams, about 3 hours at most.
Now that you're in position, we can start the lesson. Stand by.
Oh, good lord.
Hostiles spotted. Give him what you got.
Where have they been spotted? Let's have a look, hey? Lock target.
Of course, Commander.
Lock target.
Acknowledged.
Powder weapons.
Of course, Commander.
Full powder weapons.
Of course, Commander.
Lock target.
Acknowledged.
Lock target.
Certainly, Commander.
Lock target.
Acknowledged.
These little nimble fighters. Oh, there's another wave. Target lock.
Of course, Commander.
Where is it?
Take a deep breath, Rookie. Hold it off. Another lesson learned. Hit the showers. Celebrate. And I'll see you when you're ready for the next one.
And I still had pips left to put into my shields and stuff. Look at that power right there. Max weapons. 109 shots. Shells. Scrip is factional currency issued by various meta factions. Right now it's just Mercenary Guild and Council Guild that issue scrip. Yeah, so I think Council Guild we get by doing headhunter missions. Right now Wicklow takes scrip and turns them into favours, yeah. Oh, you got your first ace pilot, did you, Rhino? I was watching somebody's Old Man Observer on Twitch. I was watching a bit of him yesterday. And somebody in his chat said that you come across ace pilots far more frequently if you do the unverified contracts. Little nimble fighters, and you brought a Connie. Well, it's got firepower clips here. It's got firepower and it's got shields. It can just sit there and just, let rip. It's like trying to smash mosquitoes with a 2x4. It can be done, but it takes some time. Yeah, exactly, Slash. Exactly. Not a fan of the exaggerated head movements to make your eye tracking effective. Well, you can make it. You can play with the Toby settings to the nth degree. I don't have it tracking any of my eye movements, but if you can have it track your eye movements. Lady Space Patrol, how are you? You're just going to save all of your MG scripts for blueprints in the future? Actually, I can really see that happening with this new script being, one of the ways in which you can purchase blueprints as opposed to, credits. Alrighty, let's have a look what the next one's gonna be. So that physical script gets sent to your home location, and it actually takes up quite a reasonable amount of space. It's quite chunky. Here we go, Combat Gauntlet, scenario number 3. Clipsy, you got the Hunt the Polaris mission done like 5 or 6 times the other day without ever going to it. That's true, actually. It's that being a server-wide one, you can just accept it, and you don't even need to take part in the battle, and I think you get 30 script for it. It's this priority one here. The 2 million is shared by everybody who accepts the contract, although I've never seen any cash on it, and I don't think it's paying out properly. People are always saying, I never got paid for Hunt the Polaris. But you get 30 MG scripts, so, whilst it's running, you might, these silly server-wide missions that you don't even need to be in the location for it to be, to get the benefits of it. They said in 1.0 presentation, the guilds would yield blueprints, and surely the currency the guilds would accept are scripts. Yeah, 100%. I agree, Lady Space Patrol. Congrats on completing part 2 of this 8-part course. The third scenario throws a tactical consideration into the mix. This time around, the attacking ships are from distinct classes with distinct battlefield applications. Knowing what targets to prioritize is vital to surviving engagements against multiple ships. Whenever you're ready, head to a weapons testing site above Aberdeen to get started. As a bonus, successful completion of the scenario will net the original contractor holder an award of 5 Mercenary Guild script. Tricks of the trade. Oh, goodness me. Bigger they are. Try to evaluate which threat is the most dangerous and take them out first. Shields. If you're taking a lot of damage, don't be afraid to boost away and let your shields regenerate. Let's go! Alright, let's track this one. Off to Aberdeen, hey? Yeah, I really enjoyed the sitcom presentation from last year on all the cool upcoming features. The guild system that they were speaking about was of particular interest. Having proper progression paths and purpose. And, going through those guild trees to... Are we being interdicted? Are we being interdicted? Let's go. It doesn't look like it. Oh, maybe my quantum drive needs a cooler. It's hit or miss. Sometimes you'll be on a server Calypsia and accept it, and no one ever does it, and then sometimes people are just chaining them. Yeah. Don't forget that companies will also start issuing script as rewards. So there'll be Kovalek, Sakura Sun, Red Wing, Ling Family. Oh yeah, I'm not 100% keen on that. Okay, it's obstructed anyway. Perfect. And those scripts will gain you stuff like blueprints and stuff. Yeah. Sexy potatoes. How are you, my friend? Alrighty. Alright, multiple targets of different threat levels. I'm not good with this sort of stuff.
Okay, you're in the right place.
Oh
Stand
my
by
word.
while I deploy your targets.
Let's try and stick clear of that big asteroid there, right?
Looks like you got inbound. Weapons free.
Weapons free. Target lock.
Of course, Commander.
Alright. A little Hornet. I don't think I've got my missiles set up to actually fire missiles right now. Lock target.
Of course, Commander.
What's going on? Guns would be good. I'll see you later, pal.
Wave clear. Here comes the next.
Wave clear. Lock target.
Certainly, Commander.
What is that, a little buccaneer? Oh no, a freelancer. Where the hell did he just go? Lock target.
Certainly, Commander.
Oh my word, we're in an asteroid field! Oh my word! I forgot we were in the middle of an asteroid field. They all just crashed into the asteroids. Oh man, I totally forgot we were in an asteroid field. That was a big wave, wasn't it, Potato? It would be really splendid if they had a stack all option from the item kiosk. Lady Space Patrol. That stack all button. I'm still hoping they don't announce it. That they just sneak it into one of the little patches so everyone loses their mind. Like, sneaking in a stack all button would go a long way to quelling a whole bunch of, you know, community angst about whatever is happening at that specific point in time, because everyone wants a stack all button. And if they tell us there's going to be a stack all button, it kind of it diminishes the hype, right, of them just sneaking in a stack all button, and then everyone's like, oh, they snuck in a stack all button. Star Citizen's the best, man. CIG Legends. Oh. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I didn't even have to do anything, hey Calypsia. They all just crashed into the asteroids. I think he needs to train his training pilots. Let's hope the rest of them are that easy. I'm assuming... What have I missed, Ramoyne? I should have said possibly undersuits, as I have not yet come across any, but I have some of the armor sets. I'm assuming that this is why we see company edition armors and undersuits in game in the loot table. I've yet to come across company clothing and company gear. I can't wait for it. I can't wait to have like a faction that I can align myself with that has a clearly defined progression path. So something like a table, a tree that I can look at. I'm not talking about an actual tree, but I think you all understand what I mean. I can go, okay, well, I'm going to go down this path. And then once I've exhausted that path and I become a master, just like I am a streaming pro streamer, 1 stream per sub-cycle, I'll come back and go like down one of the other paths. All right, combat gauntlet scenario number 4. That would require more than 3 devs on Star Citizen or less than 1k devs on Squadron 42. That's amazing. They're doing the same training as you, Crouch. That's why they're all there. Well, mate. He said he needs to call in his people. Well, his people weren't very good. Congrats on completing part 3 of this 8-part course. Good combat pilots know not all threats are apparent. It's the threats you don't expect that can be the most devastating. Scenario 4 is focused on how to identify and deal with stealth targets. Hopefully by the end you'll understand just how important your radar is in determining who you're really up against. Expect to have regular and stealth ships hunting you down. Make your way to a Hurston weapons testing site above Ariel whenever you're ready, and remember to keep your eyes on your radar. As a bonus, successful completion of the scenario will net the original contractor an award of 10 Mercenary Guild scrip. Tricks of the trade, ladies and gentlemen. Surprise attacks. Pinging your surroundings can sometimes reveal hidden ships. It's something I never do in combat, is really ping. Be ready for contacts to show up unexpectedly. Let's go. Let's go.
Got your next lesson all ready for you.
Sweet.
You fought ships you can see. Now it's time to face the ones you can't. That's right, I'm talking stealth. Remember,
Stealth.
the best pilots don't get comfortable just because their radar's empty. We're gonna teach you how important radar use can be when it comes to tracking down hidden targets.
Let's
Head over
go.
to the training site and we'll get started.
All right. Let's go. We're there, ladies and gentlemen. 140 odd kilometers away. Just a hop, skip and a jump. Not that far at all. That could have been measured in bee sticks.
Welcome, Rook. We'll get started in a moment.
Gonna get started in a moment, ladies and gentlemen. At least this one is on the light, in the light. Yeah, well, let's hope it's gonna stay like that.
Got hostiles heading to your position.
Hostiles.
Prepare to engage.
Okay, I'm prepared. Lock target.
Of course,
I
Commander.
don't think I've got my missile button set up because I can't seem to fire missiles. Is that a mole? start taking hits from somewhere. There's a sneaky... oh, look at that little sneaky mosquito that just buzzed past. But, like he said, focus on one target at a time. Although, we should prioritize our targets according to their threat level. Right now, this guy's potentially a threat. Our shields are holding. And this mole is not looking healthy. It's the dance. The tango. Oh, that's damage. We're taking a lot of damage. Someone rammed me. Target lock.
Certainly, Commander.
Let's deal with this little mosquito. Lost a gun. We lost a gun. We've taken damage. Lost an engine. Lock target. It's not good, ladies and gentlemen. It's not good. The situation is bad. Lock target.
Certainly, Commander.
The ship is not handling as it should. We're missing components, parts, pieces. My legs went this way, and my head went that way. Lock target.
Certainly, Commander.
Oh, yeah, the ship is difficult to control. The ship is difficult to control. We kind of just need him to really just lock target.
Of course, Commander.
Situation is not good, ladies and gentlemen. Lock target.
Of course, Commander.
Where'd he go? Lock target.
Acknowledged.
I do like how he disappears off the radar, and you've got to scan to bring him back online. Lost him. There he is. He's right there. Situation's not good, ladies and gentlemen. He's too nimbile. Nimbile? He's too nimbile. And the ship's not functioning properly. Lock target.
Acknowledged.
Target lock.
Acknowledged.
He's out there. Target lock. Ooh. He has a full stealth setup. Target lock.
Acknowledged.
This ship is hard to control. Need repairs. Where's the engineer? Target lock.
Certainly, Commander.
Alright, that's that pesky guy dealt with. Lock target.
Acknowledged.
We're missing half of the ship. I feel sorry for whoever was back there. It's so hard to control this freaking ship right now. It's just, we're just spraying and praying. If I had my missile set up, I guess I could get some distance and just fire a whole bunch of missiles into him. Two big floaty boats. Slash, you're rooting for the AI. Oh, I've won this fight. We've taken a lot of damage. Oh, this ship. Come back on those halyards. Yeah, I must have hit an asteroid or something. Yes.
Nicely done, rookie. I wish more of my students flew like that. Take a well-deserved rest, and let me know when you're ready for the next lesson.
Just set it up to tell Atreyu to fire the missiles. Yeah, I know. I need to put the. I don't think I've bound the fire missile key. Mole's a distraction. Go for the other more active aggressor. Yeah, the mole was the distraction there, and I don't know what it was. Little M50 or maybe an arrow or something with the stealth setup. You know, he'd disappear off radar and have to ping again. Haha, I'm learning. It was a razor, was it? Is he going to give me another t-shirt for completing these missions? Yeah, possibly. Should we try and board this mole? It was a razor? Yeah, a Mirai razor. Actually, that'd be cool. Now that I've been playing around in my hangar, I actually have a reason to buy all these ships. Like a razor, right? So I can have it displayed. Now, one thing I guess I could do while we're here is steal the mole bags off of this mole because they're not cheap. That's an idea. I need to get a razor for my hangar display. Yeah, exactly. I think I'm going to spend more time messing about in my hangar. Let's go, Argo. Ore pod. Geronimo! What? Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Sync rate. Sync rate. You have to go aboard it and unlock the ports. It should already be done now that it's soft deathed. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to select the pods individually. It would just select the whole ship. Malachi, how are you, man? Let's go aboard, though. We'll go aboard and have a look. Nice to see you, Malachi. How are things been? I'm very well, thanks. I'm very well. Midweek stream. The elevator is underneath the ship. Midweek stream. We're trying something new. Is this my dead mole? It is not. It is a mole that we took out as part of the Gilly flight school missions. And I thought, whilst we're here, we might as well steal its ore bags. That's the entirely wrong way. So the port should already be unlocked. I mean, it's been soft-deathed. Go that way. Go that way. Fly! Why can I not go up there? Manic, 2 weeks into being a father of two? Congratulations, my friend. Congratulations. How exciting. Okay, so we can take those off. There we go. There's one. It's looking a little unhealthy right now. What is the trick, ladies and gentlemen? Drag it sideways. Drag it sideways. Don't do what the arrow says. Drag it sideways, not down. Oh no. This one is a tricky one. Yes, I thought we'd salvage these bags while we were here, yeah? Make a sense. Oh, I can chuck them in my hangar. Some of them have taken more damage than others. Like this one's not looking very healthy. I just shot holes through them. Yeah, exactly. We swapped so many bags on Sunday, we just sort of got used to it. Yeah, I think I got the hang of it now. Push it up, push it down. Where's the other one? There we go. Yeah, something I'm looking forward to is some nice mining gameplay with a little bit of cargo. Oh god! Oh, yeah! Oh, hang on a second. These things are fucking massive. Oh, we'll get him in there. Oh yes, they're all the new refinery changes are in, right? So you can refine from the bags now, can't you? And you can select which bags you want to refine from. And you can put refinery orders into the warehouse, yes? Oh, there's some play that needs to happen. I think I'm only going to fit 6 in here. Oh no, I think we'll get them all. When Red put the order in, it was over 1,500 SCU. Holy crap. That's mining, ladies and gentlemen. That's mining. Oh, we have a problem. Oh, I'm inside of the bag. I wonder if I can stack these bags on top of the other bags. I don't think so. We have a problem. Can I? I don't think so. They're so big. Yeah, I think that's going to be a problem. Let's close it up and see what happens. Oh dear Lord! Just settle down. Settle down. Okay. Alright, I think we might be able to jam another one up there. Oh god! Put one in the back room. That would be a good idea. But we're not about common sense here, are we, ladies and gentlemen? That looks like it'll be safe. Have we freed up 2 spots? How have we not freed up 2 spots? Oh, no, there's only 1 bag left, right? Oh, wait, what? Oh man, these grids are so weird, man.
Twitch is broadcasting a new follower alert,
Oh
sir.
dear me.
Sir_Sir is now following on Twitch. Welcome to After Dark.
Sir Racer, thank you so much for the follow. They're on the old Twitcheroo. Now, we're in a Constellation Andromeda right now. Where has the music gone? Look at this. I did it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so good at this game. Turn it around. Yes. Phew. I tell you, sometimes it's not easy to be this great. I mean, let's just be a bit humble for a minute. Boom. The aftermath of the AI ship might still win after all. Thank you, Sir Asa, for the follow, mate. Appreciate you, buddy. Welcome. Welcome to the crouch potatoes. Let's go. Is there any way to tell from the outside when you're tractoring a bag what... I guess not really. Hey, what? Not really. What's in it? Alright, now we've got to limp back and get the other half of the ship put back on. It is nice, though, that in this debris field, we've left a little bit of us here. It's kind of poetic, I think. Atreyu,
Yes, Commander.
set a course for Everest Harbour.
Acknowledged.
Not yet, hey? You had to put bags into the mold to check if they were empty. Yeah, when we can find out what's in a bag from the from a scan or something like that, from a probe. All right, let's limp back to Everest Harbour, get ourselves some repairs, and continue on with our mission. Engage.
Yes, Commander. Quantum drive engaged.
So we'll try to make this a regular thing, like I was saying. Bit more midweek. Oh yeah, I forgot. Ship's broken. A bit more midweek stream action. And I think I'll keep the midweek streams open. Like I said, if you want to jump in, feel free to jump into the green room on Discord. Let me know in chat that you're chilling in the green room and I'll drag you into live and you can come man a turret or jump aboard a fighter. Or get involved in whatever might be happening at that specific point in time. Obviously right now, ladies and gentlemen, we are learning to become a Navy pilot under the stewardship of the infamous Gilly. So if you want to come and do some of these contracts with me, feel free to jump aboard the good old Connie Andromeda. Oh, I've got my Carrack now. The Queen Charlotte, the Carrack Expedition. Now, why does it always have to be dark? It's space, dude. We've got to find... Look at that ship just flying along there. I can't wait until that's like the regular... Oh, someone just turned the lights on. Sweet. Oh, watch out. That's a turret. Ah, crime stat. I can't wait until there's... Look at this little ship. Where does he think he's going? Onto my pad? I can't wait until there's more ships and stuff flying around. Oh god, this ship is so hard to control. I can't wait until there's way more ships and stuff flying around. NPCs going about their business. Opportunities for a little bit of piracy. Piracy. We're on the ground, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. Safe and sound. Repairs! Call up the mechanics! Oh dear God, they've gone on strike. They're not getting paid enough! They're not getting paid enough! It's not like the UI doesn't exist already, Commander Alice. Commodity boxes show what they are when tracked. Yeah, that's true, but I guess, you know, with the mole bags, right, you could have multiple things inside it. I guess I could just have multiple lines, right? Ramoyne, thank you so much, mate. Appreciate your company, buddy. Have a wonderful day. Glad to know there will be something on Tuesday for me, Wednesdays for you to watch and enjoy. Indeed. This week's going to be a little bit disrupted as I prepare for my trip to the UK on the weekend for my mother's funeral next week. But when I get back, we're going to try and make this just regular. Couple of hours stream before work or a couple of hours stream after work. We might need to switch pads. Try the other one. Oh, good lord, what's that? Holy crumptaculations. Multiple different types of cowboys. Somebody has caused a catastrophe here. Oh, good lord, I didn't see that before. Ha! What's that doing there? I think we might need to request our own hangar. Good lord. What do you mean with I like your company? What about us? What about me? It isn't fair. I want my chocolate and I want my share. Give to me all of your chocolate sweets because you suck more than everyone else. I think we might need viewer count just drop. It's true. Not many people can handle this amount of awesomeness. On a daily basis, that'd just be too much, I reckon. Oh, boy. I think, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have to get ourselves into our own hangar. I could have had a hangar by now. It's true. Let's get one. Contact landing services.
Contact submitted. Stand by for confirmation.
I have access to a medium hangar. That's probably going to be just the right size. I can't wait for the day when I unlock Crouch's just the right size hangar. It's a special perk. It's not too big, which means you have to spend 4.5 days running to the lobby. And it's obviously not too small that you can't fit inside the hangar. It's just the right size. Ladies and gentlemen, landing services. I think I just joined Slash in the heart attack squad. Oh my god. 250k to repair the ship. What the? It is that time of day where Slash must step into the Shadow Realms. Thank you, Slash. I appreciate you, buddy. Thank you for gifting out that sub. What a legend. Calypsia is now part of the Crouch Potatoes, courtesy of Slash. Gifting out the sub on the old Twitcheroo. 250 grand. Unload the boxes and just self-destruct that thing. Holy cow. want to borrow my pacemaker for a bit? It might be a bit moist. 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 I think that would probably be the best thing. Holy cow, man. 250k. I think the answer to that question is no. Just hit it. What else do you need money for? Commander Alice, I need money for a razor to decorate my hangar. I've discovered that I may not necessarily want the ships or need the ships to fly, but I can decorate my hangar with them. I wonder if the weight of the pods change, and Commander Alice, you might be able to answer this question, once they're full of ore. Never seen a Connie cost that much for repair. I know, it's insane. It is insane. Do I want money, Mr. Potato? Nah. See how... That pod there, right, you can see, let me get a little bit closer. You can see how damaged it is, right? You can see its little condition bar. It's only got a sliver, a bead stick of health left. It would be sweet if we could take a cambio tool with some RMC and repair these. Gameplay, Star Citizen. That's gameplay. My contracting fees start at $7,500 an hour. I'm available to start now. Holy crap, I had a programmer once that cost me $6,000 a day. He was a genius. Fucking $6,000 a day, man. That kid was making bank, man. I'm looking forward, man. We've got man, we need more plants. We need more hangar flair. I want my hangar to look like Wickelow's Emporium, man. I want rugs, carpets, more plants, display items. Do I have the Wicklow sub flare? Well, we picked up the Wicklow sign. Let's have a little bit of a look in the web store. So I picked up. If we go have a bit of a poke around. Subscriber store, subscriber store. So we picked up the Wicklow Emporium bust.
I'm receiving an alert from the Stream Snack support funds.
I don't know who we is.
The legendary Dutchman has
just
contributed
me.
$1 to the Stream Snack support fund. Thanks for the
The
Tim
legendary
Tams.
Dutchman.
Dutch has entered the chat and has contributed $1. Now
You're
he
a legend.
expects a Tim Tam slam.
Dutchman, you're a legend. Thank you, mate. Appreciate it. So I picked up the Wicklow Emporium bust. I picked up the Nomad Decor pack, although the frickin' freight elevator ate my pot plant, so that's gone to the winds. Put down the love couch. Yeah, I want more plants. There needs to, like, give us 10 different types and sizes of plants, and not these stupid little pot plants which dance all over the table. Where are the stupid little pot plants? I've got all the posters. These little things. Like, when the tech... Oh, Chad Chest, how are you, my friend? Remelt it? That's a very good idea. That's a very good idea. I was thinking, actually, if I get these things out, put them in my hanger, and then melt it, and then buy it back again, although it uses up my buyback, but, you know, it's a bit. Do I get to keep the one that's in my hanger, or does it despawn? Mr. Dutchman, how am I doing today? Where is your Tim Tam Slam? You just paid $1 for it. It's sitting here, waiting for a little break. We've got to get some chocolate milk. It should go away, but sometimes they mess it up. The ship models look nice scattered around. When putting things on tables becomes reliable, like you can see these things sitting on the tables without the tables and the things on it bouncing all over the place, I shall consider the happy planter and the cheeky planter and the surprised planter. But I want some girthier pot plants. Pot plants of unusual size. I don't know how big these hab planters are. I can't imagine they're particularly big. They look like little desk-mounted things, right? That kind of looks like the first thing I sculpted in ZBrush. That was done by an intern. Yeah, so I've got a couple of things. Picked up the Wicklow Emporium. This thing is huge. I love it. So I'm going to put a couple of the Pulse, the Mirai Pulse, and maybe like an M50 or a Razor or something in this display room. But I need more things to put in there. All right, let's square these away. Now, can I self-destruct this ship and get out of it without being destroyed?
Nomad Hater has contributed $2 to the Stream Snack Support Fund. Thanks for the Tim Tams. Here's $2 not to Tim Tam Slam.
The rivalry has begun. All right, so I've Dutchman, legendary Team Nomad, has contributed $1 to the Stream Snack Support Fund for a Tim Tam Slam. And then the beast, the Nomad Hater, has popped out of the wilderness and contributed $2 to the Stream Snack Support Fund, not to Tim Tam Slam. Well, my friends, not to start a bidding war or anything. All right. Oh, shit. I'm pretty sure that's bad news. Oh, I'm dead. I'm 100% dead. That was close. That was close. Now, can I take the guns and stuff and put it in my inventory? Oh my god! The gun killed me. It tried, but it failed. Because I'm legendary. Is this even going to fit in there? Yes. You kind of wish you could look at the sub-stores, potato, without subbing first to see if you want anything. I get that. I get that, but it's kind of like a perk for subscribers, right? We get to look at more things we can buy.
I'm receiving an alert from the Stream Snack
Oh
support
dear
center.
God.
Hater of the Nomad Hater has contributed $3 to the Stream Snack Support Fund. Thanks for the Tim Tams. $3 for my Tim Tam Slam.
Oh, good Lord. Oh, you guys are ridiculous. Spend more to see more to spend even more. This is the way. Oh. Oh, this Merlin is perfectly fine. Well, it was perfectly fine. All right, Tim Tam Slams. Let me sort this ship out, and then I do want a little chocolatey treat. Hater of the Nomad Hater. Oh man, I can't wait for the Nomad to get a proper storage. Get some proper storage. Oh, actually, I've just realised that as soon as I leave this hangar, that that Merlin will be despawned because this is not my hangar. Where's the other gun? Uh-oh. I think it's almost time to abandon the hangar. I think one of the guns is gone the way of the dodo. Oh yes, that's right, it was destroyed. There's only 3 guns on the ship. That's why we came to repair the ship. And yes, that is why it cost 250k to repair. Duh.
I'm receiving an alert from the
Oh,
Stream
dear
Snack
Lord.
support fund, sir.
Nomad Hater has contributed $4 to the Stream Snack Support Fund. Thanks for the Tim Tams. Here's $4. Be hater of the Nomad Hater.
This is nonsense. It's time to stop. Send them to the oubliette. It's one expensive Tim Tam. Well, no, that's now I can get another packet of Tim Tams. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Let's abandon the hangar. $250K in repair. That's crazy talk. When you do the Tim Tam Slam, do it with the explanation. I tipped $4 for it. I think it's whoa, more than 4. 5. Ladies and gentlemen. Can't wait to see the Idris running repair costs. Those things are going to be the AUE sync. The UEC sync we need. Well, not if people just explode them and reclaim them, right? I'll be able to get some proper chocolate when I come over, Flossie. Flossie. I'm going to bring some proper chocolate with me. It's crazy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I shall be back in just a moment. What's the time? 6:20. Yeah, we've got about an hour. I'm going to enjoy these midweek short streams. Oh my god, the house is freezing. I've got the heater on here in the games room. And the heater's turned itself off. What's the time? Yeah, it's 6:20. And our house has like 2 temperature zones. Downstairs and upstairs. And they're, not by choice. We don't have like some sort of central heating system that's all zoned and fancy and beep, 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 warm, cold, just right. It's just, for some reason, when the house was built, whoever built it was like, let's fuck with Crouch and make upstairs during the day like really, really hot. And then at night, let's make downstairs really, really cold. It's cold out there, campers. It's cold out there every day. Oh, excuse me. That was better out than in. You needed to know that bit of information. Right. Whereabouts are we now? You see, normally before I stream on the weekends, I've slept during the day, right? Like my streams on Friday nights, I finish work Friday morning around 5 o'clock, come home, potter around, do a few things, and then go to bed. And then when I wake up, sort of a couple of hours before the stream, like 6 o'clock or something like that, potter around the house for a little bit, see my family, and then, then I stream. Right now, because I've already been awake and I've been to work and now I'm back, I'm sort of at that point where I'm like, just a little bit crazy. Hey man, Tim Tam Slam. About to crash to bed. We're waiting for the milk to heat up. We're waiting for the milk to heat up and get nice and warm. Alright, so we're up to number 5. 102k. And 12 machine gun scripts. Delicious. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking that I need to be fair and even. Because it feels a little bit wrong. Tim Tam. To grant Mr. Dutchman Ace the Tim Tam Slam. He has contributed $5 to the Stream Snack Support Fund with 4. But on the other hand, Slash contributed cash buck dollary dues to the Stream Snack Support Fund to not do the Tim Tam Slam. That I might need to begin the next stream with no Tim Tam Slam. What is a Tim Tam Slam? Well, ladies and gentlemen, a Tim Tam is an Australian biscuit. It's classic. It is the best biscuit in the world. It is 2 chocolate biscuits with a little bit of chocolate in the middle. Then it's all wrapped up in even more chocolate. It creates a chocolate coffin biscuit. We're going to use this biscuit just like a straw. We're going to do that by biting off the opposite corners of this biscuit and exposing the inside, allowing this chocolate biscuit coffin to act like a straw. It's madness. It's madness, but at the same time, ladies and gentlemen, it's sheer brilliance. Because combine your properly prepared biscuit coffin with a hot drink. I have a double-dosed hot chocolate. You might prefer tea, coffee, mulled wine, maybe some warm pumpkin juice. I don't know, that's your choice. But if it's warm, it's going to melt the inside of this biscuit. It's going to turn it into a delicious, gooey, chocolatey mess. And we're going to shove it in our cake, or we're going to wrap our laughing gear around this melted biscuit straw, and it's going to be delicious. It's going to be heavenly. It's going to be oh so very nice. That you shall cry when you realize the Tim Tam packet is empty, and this is the last Tim Tam. Until next time. With our biscuit prepared appropriately in aforementioned straw format, I shall say once again, thank you to my good friend and recent father of the baby Viking, Mr. Dutchman Ace, for his contributions almost every stream, I must admit, to the Stream Snack Support Fund. This Tim Tam Slam, my friend, my huge Viking, bearded Viking friend with a tiny little Viking infant, who no doubt be huge as well. Thank you. May he have a beard by the time he is 8. You're a legend, Dutchman. Thank you, mate. And you know what? Slash gives me so much grief. He gives me a lot of grief. I'm a professional streamer. I'm a professional streamer. I'm going to do 2 Tim Tam Slams for Slash at the beginning of tomorrow's stream. Boy. All right, let's get out of here. Combat Gauntlet scenario number... Oh, hang on. You know what we need to do? Is we need to get a ship. We'll claim the Andromeda. You had a beard by the time you were 9, Dutchman. Well, let's hope your little Viking baby has one by the time he's 8. The ships are aplenty, ladies and gentlemen. The ships are aplenty. Constellation Andromeda has been destroyed. 13 minutes to claim it.
Twitch is broadcasting a new follower.
Oh dear me, who would follow this madness?
Chad Beard is now following on Twitch.
Chad Beard, my friend. Thank you for the follow, mate. Any melts planned besides that cookie? Well, Chad, you missed the great slam off of 2025 earlier in the month. Well, what do we have? We had a Kit Kat, a Crunchy, a Cherry Ripe. That was always bound to be a dismal failure. The Crunchy being chocolate-covered honeycomb. We had a Flake, which surprisingly worked. And we had a Twirl, which is kind of like a flake except covered in chocolate. Those 5. Some surprises in that, slam off. There are some other ones that we need to pick up. And yes, like Commander Alice says, pick up a penguin. The Ninja and I did have some penguin slams probably about a year ago. This comes up from time to time, right? Which is the best biscuit? And of course it's the Tim Tam. It's always going to be the Tim Tam. Shut up, man. Don't tell me what to do. And so we tried a penguin slam. And we both agreed it was a little bit subpar, It wasn't a Tim Tam.
Welcome, ASOS to the ASOS vehicle.
Oh, you feel bad, Flossie, for letting Slash get the blame? Who was it? Was that you? Was that you, Flossie? I just assumed it was Slash, but of course it was Flossie. No, why am I saying of course? I don't know who it is. Flossie, you're a legend. Thank you, Flossie. I appreciate you, mate. Thank you for the fun. The next Tim Tam slam shall be abandoned in your honor. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult. But I will survive. Commander Alice, you were doing MRTs in the Aurora yesterday just for nostalgia. It's actually pretty decent when upgraded. I was looking at the store while I was at work. I was on an electric tug tonight, so I got to spend half of my time milling around, drinking cups of coffee while the bloody battery on that stupid tug recharges. You try and pull 15 ton of freight with an electric tug and expect the battery in that tug to last any longer than 40 minutes. Gotta be green though, right? So, amongst my many had to have a break because the tug is charging brakes, I was on the store looking at the game packages, and I did see, sort of by price, the Aurora MR starter pack, and I thought if there was an Invictus Week one of the Aurora, like you can get the Pisces and the Titan as an Invictus pack, right? Get some armor, get 120 months or 10 years, whatever insurance packs. And I was like, if there was one for the Aurora MR, I'd probably grab one, even because they're war bonded, right? I'd grab one to start like an actual, not a zero to hero account, but like at the very bare basic, package. Because, Argo, God bless him, everyone's favourite bogan, the Ginger King, Mr. Argo Hurston. He started with a cutter. A cutter Rambler, which I think is infinitely more useful than the Aurora, because the Aurora doesn't, as far as I'm aware, it may be different now, have any storage space. Mr. Dutchman Ace. Alright, mates, I will keep watching, but most likely this stream will be sleep aid. Well, thank you very much, mate. Pick up a penguin. That's the catchphrases at Rhino. Pick up a penguin. Did they hand out C8s as well as Titans for the event? Yeah. So I don't know if they handed them out. No. I think you just got a Titan for Invictus launch week. You got the Invictus paint finally for it. Hence taking it for a spin, Commander Ellis. You managed to get a Razor X and an SRV, Chad. Tapped out on funds for it, but happy. Oh, the Aurora has the best storage space. 3 external 2SCU boxes. Ah, okay, I didn't know that. I did not know that. I really hope that when Star Citizen goes live 1.0, everyone starts with an Aurora MR. Doesn't matter what you've pledged for or what ships you have. The first ship that you start with and the only ship in your fleet is an Aurora MR. And then anything you've pledged for, you have blueprints already. Everyone else is going to have to find the blueprints, earn the blueprints. You'll have the blueprints so that you can immediately, once you start harvesting and collecting resources, start building your fleet. You don't have to go out and find or earn the blueprints. That would make so many people unhappy. But I think it would be the best way. Everyone gets an Aurora MR. Welcome to Star Citizen. Pick your starting solar system. Citizen, here is your Aurora MR. Off you go into the verse. And those of us that have pledged, backed the game, followed for years, have grandchildren who have been brought up and named Argo, we have a nice collection of blueprints. Right. The Anvil Carrick Expedition. It's not a loner. It's not a loner. It is, my friends, the good old Queen Charlotte. Mr. Dutchman, you didn't buy your Pioneer to get an Aurora? Chad, you hope there's an option to start without a vehicle? Yeah, that'd be amazing. I'd love that. That'd be so good. Will pledges be blueprints? No, I doubt it. Who knows what they're going to do? Like I said, there'd be a lot of very unhappy people. But to me, it seems like a nice way just to start even, right? From a non-pay-to-win perspective. Those who have, for example, pledged for a Pioneer will still be able to get their Pioneer. Oh, dear me. You, my friend. Let's sort out this guy.
Welcome to the ASOC vehicle retrieval system. Vehicle selected. Stand by.
Bear with me just for a moment.
Please visit us again. Goodbye. Welcome to the ASOC.
That's the wrong button. Bear with me for a moment. When we get rid of this guy out of the chat. Bots. Hey, bots.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the retrieval system. Please visit us again. Please visit us again. Goodbye. Vehicle selected.
Right.
Stand by. The ASOC vehicle retrieval system.
Pledges won't matter, as they're only tier 1 anyway. Well, I mean, a tier 1 F8 is, you know, significantly different than a tier 1 Aurora.
Goodbye.
Alright, let's have a look. What's happening with our Connie?
Vehicle retrieval system.
We can pay for the rest of it.
Vehicle selected.
Expedite.
Your vehicle
Having to run about until renting a ship would be easy to balance as a starting loop. It'd be so nice to be able to start without a ship.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location. Goodbye.
My ship will be waiting for me at nowhere. Oh, it's been eaten by the hangar, hasn't it? Of course it has. And they're gonna make me build my Pioneer. Oh no. We're gonna have to build our fleets, Dutchman. That's the way it is. I was speaking to Chris yesterday. We were on a group chat, and and he was saying that's part of the, you know, crafting and all that sort of stuff, and the blueprints. All right, let's retrieve this Connie.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the Philippines. Visitors again.
Well, the Banu Merchantman, Banu Merchantman. Nope, I want them to be flyable right when 1.0 is live. If the Banu Merchantman is even out, then give you an M50, Alice, and the F8 is toast. If you're a good pilot, you can make any ship perform well, I think. I'm just a terrible pilot. The F8 is fantastic at missions, but terrible versus players. Even in Aurora, I'm pretty sure I can stay out of line of sight of an F8. I mean, there's, you know, being a good pilot, there's a lot that goes into being a good pilot. I don't understand half of it. Every now and then I watch things from freaking Avenger 1 and from Jonathan Winters, and you know, there's a couple of other channels that I follow who are like PvP combat pilots. And you know, they all have their own academies and lessons, and you know, I'm just get in my ship and go pew pew, you know. Like, I'm sure if I was a better pilot, I could take a little arrow or something out for these missions. But I'm not a very good pilot. So I'm taking a big, fat, heavy, slow boat with big guns to try and compensate. Hope for the best pilot is best way 100%. That's me all over, man. Hope for the best, dude. Don't crash into that asteroid. Glipsy, you had a fun experience the other day when you were doing bunkers by yourself. You were getting out your Star Lancer and heard something shooting. It wasn't the turrets on the bunker. It was an NPC enemy ship. I hopped back in the ship and went up, got in my main turret and shot it down without moving. Amazing. We got a shiny new ship, man. Let's get that landing gear up. Oh, they claim now with the Merlin. Sometimes that doesn't happen. Oh, you know what I haven't done for ages is get in that Merlin and go fight and then dock it. Oh, it doesn't have a quantum drive. What's going on here? A little bit of nav mode. You prefer mining, do you, Alice? But you're very good at PvP. Just don't find it very fun outside of Arena Commander. I've never played much Arena Commander at all. Potato, you can't aim, so a big ship with lasers that refuse to die will suffice. Alright, let's go. Mercenary. Level 5. Scenario number 5. Congrats on completing part 4 of this 8-part course. The 5th scenario focuses on defensive tactics. Knowing when to take evasive measures and deploy either decoys or noise countermeasures is essential to your survival. That's why the aggressors in this exercise will be armed with missiles. Ensure your countermeasures are fully stocked and then go to a Hurston weapons testing site above Ariel to start. I'm dead already. As a bonus, successful completion of this scenario will net the original contract holder an award of 12 machine gun scripts. Tricks of the trade. Ready to launch. Easy access to your decoys and countermeasures can be critical in your success in dealing with incoming missile fire. Stand and fight. Resist the temptation to hit the afterburner to escape, as you'll increase your signature and make it easier for the missile to hit you. They're almost certainly much faster than you anyway. Oh, see, that's a good point. I'm learning how to be a Navy pilot. Stay away from the boost. What's going on, addiction machine? You're not working. You're not working. You still need to learn the ship pew part. The ship pew. Explored first wipe. Contested zone second. And racing third. I've never done a contested zone. I'm a coward. Gonna try to see how long I can live on Bloom now. Do I have a goal this wipe, Chad? Not really. I guess my goal this wipe is to really get second edition of A Life Uncharted completed and start season 2 of A Life Uncharted. No, I don't really have a goal. Not really. While it may seem counterintuitive, getting closer to an enemy ship can be an advantage. Missiles have a minimum range, and if you're inside of it, they won't be able to get a lock on you. Get close, stay close, don't use your boost, deploy decoys. Fight.
Hope you're ready to take things up a level, because I got all my pilots locked and loaded with some heavy ordnance for today's lesson. That's right. They're going to be launching missiles at you, and you're going to be firing your countermeasures right back. Make sure your ship's stocked up, and report to the training site.
Alright, I think I've got my decoys. I can't rely on Atreyu. He's never very helpful at the best of times. Oh, why am I going so far out? Let's get into the AO and then we'll set some things up. I'm wondering how often fuses are going to be a problem in Tier 0 engineering. Like, are they going to blow during combat or every 5 minutes when in quantum? Who knows, man? But you know, I'm looking forward to engineering. I'm looking forward to just being able to be aboard somebody's ship without having to be, you know, in my own ship. Learn what range that is. Usually 1k, could be 500, could be more. Oh boy. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, geeks, nerds, sci-fi enthusiasts, bacon with pancake lovers. Alright, let's jump into SCM. Alright, so that's my my decoys. I don't think I've got my noise set up. I like how I'm doing this 10 kilometers outside of the action. Shields and countermeasures. Noise. We'll put it on the back end of that button. Oh, that jettison's cargo. Okay. You're off to bed, Potato. Thank you so much, mate. Have a great day, buddy. Appreciate you. Thanks for hanging out in Discord yesterday.
Welcome to the training site.
All right.
Get settled, and I'll let everyone know.
Don't forget, your SIG can overpower decoys. No boosting away from missiles after using a decoy. Yeah.
Hostiles inbound. Light them up.
Lock target.
Acknowledged.
that wave. I've signaled the next.
Target lock.
Acknowledged.
Iron. Lock target.
Certainly, Commander.
Full power to weapons.
Of course, Commander.
Look at this little sneaky drifter. Lock target.
Certainly, Commander.
Can't find my noise.
That's gonna put a big check mark in the done column. You showed a lot of solid skills out there today, rookie. Can't wait to see how you do with the next lesson.
What buttons are it to even chafe and flare? I've rebonded them to Hosas. I've no idea. I think it's H. H and K. Alice, you might try some bounties in the mole, see how high you can get with 2 size 2s. As a noob, Chad, you've yet to use them properly, just accidentally. Yeah, for some reason I can't fire the noise. Oh, I'm out of noise. Oh, wow. How did I fire so much noise? Fireworks! Sky Pirate lives again. One decoy left. Pirate Swarm is great for learning to use them. Timing different for different ships though. Yeah, I think if you want to be a good pilot, you've got to spend time in an arena commander, right? Or get involved in lots of combat in the PU. Alright, where's scenario number 6? There it is. We found it, ladies and gentlemen. 151k. Congrats on completing part 5 of this 8-part course. Oh, what's the time? 7. I'm bringing out the big guns for scenario 6. Time for you to go up against larger multi-crewed ships, which provide a few new challenges. Not only will you have to contend with their enhanced firepower, but their multifaceted shields means you'll have to target one shield face continually to do real damage. Easier said than done when both of you are moving at such fast speeds. Find your way to a Hurston Weapons testing site above Aberdeen whenever you're ready. As a bonus, successful completion of the scenario will net the original contractor an award of 14 millipede Grumption script. The Idris at the end is an absolute slog. Yeah, I'm not sure how I'm going to go against the Idris. One good thing I've heard about the Aurora is that it has the same control power as most racers, making the change to one relatively intuitive. You prefer it to the Mustang, Alice? The Aurora is pretty damn maneuverable, to be fair. At least in space. Also, the 4-size ones are a must for upgrades. Oh, size advantage. When going up against a larger ship, try to stay away from their front, as typically this is where the majority of their offensive fire is located. Okay, well we have no decoys because I sky pirated our way out of them. That's okay. We'll just dodge and weave and take evasive action. Chad, you've heard the Mustang is musty and in need of a few more love passes, and in need of a more love pass. The Mustang. Never flown a Mustang. I've flown an Aurora a handful of times. Alright, we got one decoy. That should do. That should do. We shouldn't need any more than that. Let's get our power under control, right? We don't need any callers. Let's get ourselves into pew-pew gun mode. Max out our shields, max out our engines. Yes! Let's go. Oh god. It's the terror bubble. This is where we almost crashed last time. I want to get on the sun side of this asteroid. Let's go. Full power. Boost. Let's attract those missiles.
You're here. I'll notify the other pilots and we can begin.
Let's get on the sun side of this huge asteroid.
Contact. Ready up.
Guns ready, y'all. Lock target.
Acknowledged.
Getting hammered. Lock target.
Of course, Commander.
So now we're just tangoing his guns against my guns. It's no good. My shields are down. We're going to take some damage in a minute. Power to shields. Oh. See you later, buddy. Target lock.
Certainly, Commander.
We'll just get rid of this little guy. Lock target.
Of course, Commander.
Target lock.
Certainly, Commander.
Yes, sir. Boom. Mustang is great for the pop a traitor mission. Perpetrator missions. Am I getting hit by something? I don't think so. Freaking look at that scene right there. Yeah. That's sweet. They're supposed to be ground missions, but can kill target in ships. Center gun placement makes it easy. Should jump in a Mustang for a little bit of adventure. Also, the Aurora is prevalent on the loaner sheet. You can upgrade it to a ground vehicle and get one for free. I just want to say 4 likes on YouTube tonight. So bitterly disappointed. Thank you, YouTube, for chilling out with me tonight. As well as you, Twitch. You've been amazing. Perpetrator takes around 3 minutes in a ship. What is this Perpetrator mission, Alice? Perpetrator. Alright, so what's next? Mission number 7. Things are getting spicy. Oh, it's a pyro headhunter mission. Ah, I see. 200 grand for scenario number 7. I like how you can just keep redoing these. Does anyone know, does the Gilly's flight school finish when Invictus is over? And it's a bit disappointing. I haven't heard of any like in-game rewards that we get when we finish this. Congrats on completing part 6 of this 8-part course. Rana says it finishes at the end of Invictus, hey? You've gained a lot of experience across the past 6 scenarios, and now it's time to put it all into practice. Scenario 7 puts you up against a Corvette-class ship and its escorts. This extended encounter will push you to the limit and test everything you got. The only thing left is to understand the limit of your skill set. To put it simply, you can't do everything yourself. Developing and maintaining relationships with fellow pilots that you can call upon for support is really the last piece of the puzzle. Not saying you can't overcome encounters like this by yourself, but even the Navy doesn't send their ace pilots on a patrol alone. Once you have decided whether to do this alone or call in some support, head over to a Hurston weapons testing site above Aberdeen to kick off the encounter. As a bonus, successful completion of the scenario will net the original contract holder an award of 15 machine gun scrip. Tricks of the trade. Strength in diversity. Think about the roles your allies will be filling and choose who to bring carefully to help balance strengths and weaknesses. You'll want ships capable of taking on the frigate, taking on the Corvette, while others deal with the escort. This is where we die. You don't really care about the pyro factions anyway, Alice? You want your terror apartment. Love in luxury and bounty hunt via commuting to Stanton, Pyro and Nix. Alright. Let's
Hope
go.
You're excited, rookie. This is the lesson where you get to take on a Corvette, complete with escort ships. This is something that even full-blown naval pilots don't take lightly. So I want you to choose your ship carefully. Hell, I've known some students to go ahead and bring a few friends as backup. Just don't show up to the training site unless you're really ready.
I think we might need to restock our missiles. Oh, the hell with it. Let's just go. If anyone wants to join, by the way, I think I might need to put something up that our midweek sessions, I think will be an open session, right? If anyone wants to pop into the Discord, maybe instead of me hanging out in the locked live room, I might just jump into the green room. And that way anyone can just pop in and give me grief. Because that way I can enjoy the weekends as you know, my sessions. And then these short streams during the week, before or after work, depending on my shift rotation. I think we'll just run an open Discord and people can just pop in.
Hostile spotted. Give him what you got.
Lock target.
Acknowledged.
Pretty sure we're dead already. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. It's game over. Oh, don't restart that computer now, you stupid thing. You may give CFP, Citizens for Prosperity. Need to grab around 30 million first for ship fitting. That's this week's job. 30 million, Commander Ellis. 30 million to fit out your ships. Okay. Oh, God. We've got one last chance, ladies and gentlemen. One last chance. Maybe we don't. We don't have a last chance. Do we have a last chance? Enter the pilot seat. Oh my God! Yes! That was amazing. Yeah, it was amazing. If I need a turret gunner, you're about, Flossie? Yeah, man, jump in, man. Multiple ships at around 1.6 million each for the components. Man, I've never gone crazy on outfitting components and stuff. The only one you've fitted so far was the mole at 1 million plus the spare. Excuse me, plus a spare 32 bags. You adore the mill, do you, Chad? You got your first sub-minute lap on Icebreaker in that. What happened to the races, man? Do I still have the stuff in my backpack? I've noticed that sometimes when I die, I keep the stuff that I've had in my backpack. But this time I've noticed I've lost my drinks and stuff, and my spare ammo and... Alright, I think I've hit the limit of what I can do by myself.
Eager to return to your job? Don't let your recovery endanger your coworkers. Some medication and treatments may affect your motor skills and alertness. Be sure to discuss side effects with your doctor or pharmacist.
Racing is great, Alice, but they need to refactor all the missions still. Yeah, they haven't been around for quite some time, haven't they? I did enjoy the racing that I did. It was good fun. Alright, back to the hangar. Alright, what have we got? We got 1.1 million. We might naff around in the hangar for a little bit. I'm really disappointed that the freight elevator ate my second pot plant. I got that pack on the pledge store specifically for the pot plant. The vase is cool. The vase is cool. The bar stool I'm not interested in. But that plant... I've got a bunch of store credit, but I don't want to buy 10 of that same plant. But I'd happily spend money on hangar flare. There's 2 people that have pushed it to the limit. I mean, I'm assuming you're meaning racing, Chad. Jellyhead Made and Fresh 001. I've watched some amazing people race. Well, I've watched some amazing races with amazing pilots. It's amazing. Maybe we'll eventually get that cool base building UI for hangar decorating eventually. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. I need to take a journey out to the Kovalex. It's not Dumbo. Dungo? Dembo? Dundrew? Dungo? Whatever the destroyed Kovalex place is called. Actually, I haven't seen missions there for a long time. When are we... Just bring back the missions, man. Gundo, that's the one. Thank you, Rhino. I need to get myself a Big Ben. Big Benny. Get some lights. Some things that I can use to decorate my hangar, although I'm not 100% sure if those things will be persistent in my hangar. Decorate a hangar with copions. Danger every time you go in there. How cool it would be if copions bred and you just put a bunch of copions in your hangar and then you just ended up with a plague. You could never get rid of them. You used to be able to kidnap NPCs. The best hangar flare is the movie posters, yeah. They're so good. Parasite Special Edition. The Hill Horror Reborn. Let the dead bury the dead. Starring Blake Duncan. Alright. What have we got? Why do I have 3 dragonflies now? tried to put a dragonfly here first, and I got it in there, and then it started wigging out and disappeared, and I got it fine. Hey, you can stay there. Actually, no, come with me. Just to fill up the space, we'll stick that table back there. Yes. Knock strip tractor and revive them. Knock strip tractor and revive them. Start a collection of people. How am I not decorating with a rock? Your hangar needs one? Yeah, I know. We definitely need a rock in here. There'll be a rock. Don't worry. We got to get some things out, and then we can position. There's a dead rock over here. I guess we can grab that one. Might be a bit frustrating because we'll have the tractor beam it over. Should be sitting over there. Yeah. I wonder if it's open. We're not going to be able to drive it because it's been claimed. But as long as it's open. Yeah, here we go. Oh, what? That's weird. I thought you couldn't drive stuff that you claimed. Actually, I should, in one of the hangars here, I should probably put a bunch of rocks with different skins on them. Come on, man. They're just little lights, man. Ridiculous. Alright. I swear to God, this thing has the world's worst suspension. I don't like how its arm is sticking up like that. You remember the hangar module, Alice, when we had the little buggy? That was when I stopped, you know, that's when I stopped following Star Citizen. After we got the hangar module, and I was like, oh, this stupid game is never going to come out. We might need to just maneuver this into position this way. Are there war weapon racks? No, not at the moment. And what we need to make this look a little bit more like a display is something in front of that rock. Like this. think just for the time being. Well, there are lots of things you can get on the pledge store, but then they're not functional right now. Don't forget the fancy boxes from various packs. Yeah, I need to pick up some of those. Got to be careful when I'm tractor beaming things in here. It's a crash zone right now, ladies and gentlemen. It's a crash zone. See, now, you know, I need a couple of plants to put here and here, and got to be careful with this tractor beam. It's looking display-ish. Let's get a couple of bikes. Yeah, so there is plenty of stuff here. I don't know how much they've got here in the gear. Let's check it out. There's a lot of older stuff. I don't know if it's in here or in the subscriber section. I think it's in the subscriber section. Oh god, it would be so nice to have mannequins. Whole bunch of fashion mannequins with street gear and stuff on them, and like, I'd pick up these cups and stuff if they just didn't bounce around all over the tables. We need them to be stable. All the way at the bottom. A 20-sided plushie set. Like, all this stuff would be cool, but it doesn't sit there properly. All the way at the bottom. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Load website, load. Alright. Almost there. Almost there. Here we go. So we got all these cool mannequins. Like, I don't know how big these are. They're probably only going to be like desktop size. I can't imagine they'd be very big. But if, like, these were life-size, if these were life-size freaking characters, does anyone know how big they are?
Warning, 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 warning.
We have an emergency, Commander. Raiders are preparing
Sun
to
Devil,
Quick, hide the pimped ants,
how are you, my friend?
which is being raided by DM_.
We've been raided!
Traders for our goodies. Welcome to
Hide the goodies, ladies and gentlemen. The Raiders are here. DM Sun Devil, my friend, how are you? I hope you are doing very well indeed. I hope you had a wonderful session. We're messing about right now. We're messing about. I've burnt through the first 6 scenarios of learning to be a Navy pilot with everyone's favourite trainer, Mr. Gilly. And then we're up to 7, where we've got to fight the Corsair. The Corsair? No, the Corvette. And a whole bunch of escorts, and it didn't go down very well at all. You did? I did a lot of messing about today too. Well, we're currently in my hangar right now, messing about in here for a little bit. We're setting up a little display inside one of these little nooks. We're about to get a couple of... Actually, I think it's going to balance out the couch a lot nicer. And I'm really disappointed the bloody freight elevator ate one of my pot plants. Be stable. Be stable. Once we can get it on the ground... Yes. Yeah, so we're just messing about right now. I've hit the point where I can't do any more of the Gilly missions by myself. Mr. Chewy Num Nums, how are you, my friend? Oh wait, this guy melted them. Damn it! Well, I've rebought my ships. We did the great melting of 2025, but I've got them all back, Chewy Num Nums,
Welcome.
including
Vehicle retrieval system.
the good old Carrick Expedition, the Queen Charlotte. She's mine, not a loner. Named the Queen Charlotte. And the Reclaimer, where's the Reclaimer, the Gabriel Knight? Mine. All mine. All right, we need to get this pulse up.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
Good for you, Mr. Gilly, for the win. They're really good fun. I enjoyed them. The Hammerhead is mean. Well, we just got shredded, man. I say we. It was just me in my freaking Constellation Andromeda. Because I'm not a good pilot, so I just took a big, fat, slow gunboat. It was 4:20 time for the elevator, you guess? I can't believe it, man. You know, I want more plants, right? Welcome to the meeting room. I got one plant. One plant. CIG, blades are cool, man. Flight blades are lovely, but I'm not going to buy any flight blades. Put 10 different plants in the freaking pledge store and make them $5 each, and I will buy 3 of each of them. You love the character, you Sun Devil? I miss her often. Such a wonderful ship. But the wife and I decided to do a crazy thing in our Melt and Buy Fest. You added a Polaris. And honestly, it's been a blast. The Polaris is, you know, I haven't taken mine out much. The locker room. God, I wish you could put things on the table and let them be sitting there. You know... place. I think we can put some guns and stuff here. I don't think guns bounce around too much. Oh yeah, they do. As soon as you put things on the table and you get close to them, everything starts going crazy. We'll put that there. There's another one on the floor over here. Come on up the couches. Come on. Oh yeah, I took the couch away from there. That's right. First person you've seen decorating their hangar. It's so I love it. It's such good fun. I think this one is a little bit stuffed. Is it working? It is working. Can I put it away? Yes, I can. Okay. That one stopped working yesterday when I was messing about in my hangar, so I chucked it on the ground. You'd buy sunglasses and plants all day long. I know they need more. They need more glasses. They need more glasses packs. And what? Where is my bike? Well, that's just not helpful. More hangar flare, man. Come on. Which we could lock it down. If it's locked, it doesn't jump. Well, they just need to get their table tech, star table. They need to get star table sorted out, so that the physics actually work properly. Alright, the hangar came up without my bike. Not very helpful. Not very helpful. They need in-game housing item sales. Oh, 100%, like ESO, yeah, for sure. Yep. We need a player auction house. We need a player auction house. A star table, TM. You heard it here with Crouch first. You know, yeah, Inside Star Citizen, 2 weeks' time. Star table. Oh, has it broken my ASOP now, has it? Hello, little bike. Please come up here. We need you for the decorating. Yeah, so essentially, thank you for the raid. Thanks for bringing your community here, mate. I really appreciate it. We're just killing some time now. I don't normally stream during the week, but we're going to be making a slight change, hopefully, to the way that I do things. A couple of hours either before work or after work, depending on which night shift I'm working, either 9 till 5 or 7:30 to 3:30. And spend a little bit more time. The Discord is open. If you want to jump into the Discord, I'm sitting down in the green room. You can join me. We can messing around in my hangar at the moment, but during the week I'll have my Discord open. So if people want to come in and hang out and get involved in whatever I'm getting involved in, then people are very welcome to pop into the green room. The green room is open. Otherwise, I'll be sitting in there's a locked channel there. Star Table Engine Tier 1. You saw me, wanted to send me some love. Well, DM Sun Devil, mate, you're a legend. Thank you so much, mate. Ooh. Here we go. We've got some sort of fleet manager. It's in night mode at the moment. And it's stealthed all of my ships. Legendary. Oh, fuck. I better finish this beer before it gets too late. I've got to drop my daughter to school soon. Well, not soon. Oh, yeah, shit, soon. 7:30. Oh, crap. I've got to get her up.
Please visit us again. Welcome to the ASOC
One more try.
system.
The bike has balked my hangar. Frustrating. That's a bit disappointing. Yes, we're kind of at the end of things, Sun Devil, but I appreciate you bringing your people here. Thank you for the raid. Actually, let's take some of these boxes over there, just to stick a few more in the locker room. We'll be back again. I'm heading off to the UK this weekend, so this new format will probably kick off properly in 2 weeks or so. Or I can spend a little bit more time with the crouch potatoes. On the old Discord. I'm definitely going to need some help. Oh god, if Gilly's is going to finish at the end of Invictus, then we're kind of going to have to do those pretty quick then, aren't we? I'm leaving on Saturday, and I think Invictus finishes shortly. Okay, I might need to get my ducks in a row and sort out a couple of people to help crew some sort of ship to finish Gilly's flight school. Does anyone know, is there some sort of reward or something for finishing it? I'm assuming it's going to be some sort of t-shirt or something, but it would be sweet. Oh, there's a box there already. It would be sweet if they had some sort of in-game rewards. I really need more of that sort of stuff. More in-game rewards. More mission chains. More content that leads to getting things in-game. Siren, I've got until May the 27th. Well, I'm leaving on the 24th. So I really have until sort of the 23rd. And it is the 21st. Am I stuck in here? Oh, dear Lord. I made my own player trap area. Oh, now I'm actually stuck in the table. I'm free! I'm free! Freedom! Oh, man. Give me that bike, damn it. I wanted to finish this little room at least. Wanted to put 2 pulses in here. Maybe another couch. If I could get the fish tank out, I'd put my fish tank in here too. But for some reason, the fish tank exceeds the maximum capacity of the freight elevator, which is crazy talk. So you get the UEE training mission, Future Navy Pilot t-shirt reward, but we've already got that. We already got that one, the UEE training mission, Future Navy Pilot t-shirt reward. We already got it. That was from the 3 little missions. Now, you can't pull it out of the terminals, the inventory terminals. Now you can only pull out of things there that you can carry. Oh, there's my script. My machine gun script. I want to get the F-8C Lightning, the ship showdown holographic flags. They're freaking huge. But you can't get them out anymore. Only carryable items may be dropped. And you can't fit these on the freight elevator anymore either. Pick up the skull. Let's go, inventory, let's go. You can do it. If you put your mind to it, think about it, apply a little effort, you can do it. Yeah, come on, inventory, you can work. You know you want to. Yeah. You know you want to prove yourself to everyone. You can do it, inventory, come on. Or did that just burn another one of my things? Freaking shit. I'll just tell you about this situation. Can't put a plushie in my backpack, it's too big. I think everything has gone a bit skew-if. Did that just burn my freaking skull, my Vandal skull? Rude. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Wait. We need to finish where we started. In the briefing room, ladies and gentlemen, in the briefing room with the rest of the crouch potatoes, who are conspicuously absent. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, nerds, geeks, sci-fi lovers, Star Citizen enthusiasts, bacon and cheese on scrambled eggs enthusiasts, lovers, 07s. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for tuning in with me tonight, or today, this morning. Let me pass on that raid from DM Sun Devil. Let me see if I can shoot you off somewhere on the old Twitcheroo. We'll forward the love. Thanks, Sun Devil. You have a great one too, mate. I really appreciate you bringing your community over to come and say howdy, even though we're at the sort of the end of the session. All right, I'm going to shoot you over to Admiral Pokes. Showing the F-8C, Guardian MX some love. Farming ace pilots. Oh, well, now you get to see an actual pilot do proper pilot sort of stuff. Rather than the nonsense that I did. Hey, boy. Oh, shit, I'm going to cue that up. It is 18 plus, ladies and gentlemen, so make sure your loved ones are away and your children are in bed. I'll cue up that raid off to Admiral Pooks. Everyone on YouTube, 4 likes tonight on the old YouTube. I must say that's a little lackluster. But we are off schedule. Not that I have a schedule. Shut up, Crouch. Have a great day, everyone. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the love on Twitch tonight. Thank you for the love on YouTube. I shall catch everybody next time. I got to press a few buttons and do a few things, don't I? Yeah, that's one. Let's send that right over to Admiral Pokes, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.